G'day everyone. We're back and it's page 3 that we're going to do. And this is kind of what I had in mind here, is that you've kind of gone through the final gates and you're going up the stairs to the pagoda. So that's kind of my, I don't know, the things that come into my brain as I plan these things, whatever. But that's what we're going to work on there. So this is going to be an overclosure, and then we've got the double waterfall on the inside. So let's have a look at what we need. I made a base page because I don't know whether I'm going to have the pages come one from one side, one from the other, and have it open like that, or whether I'm going to have it like traditional book style. So I'm like, if I make it on base pages, and I can decide that when it, gets closer to the fact that I construct the actual housing unit. Alright, so what we got is two pieces that are going to make the overclosure. They are the width of the page, so for me it's 10 and 5/8, and the height is 4 1/4. So these are 4 and 7/8. So 4 and 1/8, which is half of 4 1/4, plus another 3/4. Because what we're going to do is we're going to make a 1/2 inch hinge and then a 1/4 inch gusset, because that waterfall will take up a fair chunk of room once it's got photos on it. So we've got the 1/4 inch hinge there. So nice wide hinge. Alright. Then we go in and do the same on this one. Same on this one. Alright, okidale dokale for now. The board can go away. It'll come back to it. Alright. I'm just going to make sure that they're burnished down well. Like so. Okay. I'm going to come over here and I'm going to throw it on the base. It's all about the base, No trouble. It's all about the base. Alright. I'm going to get rid of this in case I forget later. Okay. Oh, before I put this on, I want to put a little corner edge on it. You don't have to do this, but I'm going to. So this one just takes like a little notchy thing. So I'm going to do that before I put it on, because it makes life just a slight bit easier. But that's all that it's taken out. It's just that little edgy bit. Alright. So let's come in with some glue. Where is the glue? Where is you, Mr. Glue? Yeah. So I'm only putting glue on the 1/2 inch hinge, not that 1/4 inch gusset. So making sure we're not doing that. I'm going to go come in and try and place it on here. Straight apparently is something that eludes me. There we go. Boom. Done. I could have done it underneath. Probably would have been smarter, but anyway. You can also do it underneath if you like. But I've already put double-sided tape on the other side, so I can't really. So I've ruined it for myself. Turn this around and look really Gumby while I'm doing this, because I forgot to flatten it. Oh, so bad. You'd think I could do this, but no, I cannot. Alright, let's just try again. Taking it off, flattening it down. How that might work a little bit better now. Do as I say, not as I do. You remember getting told that as a parent when you were kids? I must admit, I have tried to say that very little to my children, apart from mucking around, but I try to model the behaviours I want from them instead of saying I can do this but you can't. Alright, so there we go. No, that didn't happen. Saw nothing. Alright, if I measured it well, if the hinges are straight, so pushing back out, it should meet in the middle, which it does. Look at that, look at that. Bum, ba-dum, ba-dum, bum. Okay. Alright, I'm going to make a pockety thingy here and I reckon here. Yeah? What do you reckon? So, these are just some leftovers. I think they're 3.5 inches by, this is 4 1/8, so I've made it 5. So just so I've got I don't want the cutting, I want the scoreboard tape. That one, that's the one I want. You're the one that I want. You're the one I want. One that I want. I'm not going to do a bottom one on this because I just want it to kind of be a slide in tuck spot. I don't want it to be too loose so that things might fall out. So just half an inch, half an inch. Alright. And I'm trying to decide, do I want to put like a little fancy little cutout into it? I kind of think I do. Why not? Obviously you don't have to do this, but I'm going to. Need to use my envelope punch. And I'm going to come from the 1.5 bit. Oh yeah, let's go 1.5 bit. Let's see what that looks like. We might change it yet from the score line. Is it enough? Don't want it too big because otherwise it's, yeah, that'll do. Yeah, so we got that. And then get my cute little dinky little cutter. I love this thing. I saw it and I went, I've got to have it because it's cute and it's really handy for just little jobs like this. A little cutter there, and then a cut there. And we've just got little cutouts. It's a bit cute. Alright. Nearly threw that in instead of the paper. It's been one of those days. Alright. Need to cut this little corner with the corner cutter thingy here so that it matches, and then we will put this up. So this will house a standard size photo. So you'll be able to slip just a regular size photo in here. So I try to make it as many as possible of the standards, if I can. Try to work measurements around like that because, you know, whilst cutting down a photo is fairly easy, if you have to do a lot of it, you're probably less likely to put photos in your album, and that's you know. I don't want to do that. Kind of like, I want people to put photos in their albums easily without thinking too much. All right. And we've got that. This. And along here again. Yeah, I'm just going to turn it around because otherwise I'm going to stuff it. Alright. There we go. So now we've got a couple of little tuck spots. And then I'm going, how are the closures going to be? So this is what I've had in mind for the closure. I've got a couple of the Oriental Gardens comes with lots of rounds, and I'm like, well, how do we make use of that? And I thought what we could do is take a couple of these. I've cut out using a die some gold card that's a little bit bigger than the circle. I'm going to put one on this side, and then I'll put one on this side, so it just fits there in the center. And I'm going to put a magnet here and a magnet here, and I should have the closure is kind of what I'm hoping. So I'm going to come back in immediately while I'm doing this. I'm just going to put down the bit of the decoration and come back and do that part with you. So I'll be back in a sec, promise. Well, maybe, I don't know, it depends. But for you, it'll still be a sec. I'll be back. Okay, so I'm back. I have put on, you know, some of the paper, but save a little bit of time. And then we're going to get started with this. So this is going to be in the front. So I'm going to try and gauge the middle. Okay. So let's kind of go for, that kind of looks like the middle there. And we're going to glue the top half down. This could get dangerous. Alright, so let's looking right. Looks about good. That's where it is now. Oh, don't move. Okay. Alright. There it is. Okay, so next up, going to glue this one onto this one. So this can go all the way around. Okay, making sure they're nice and even. So we've got that. Bit of a glare, but there we go. So we got that. Alright, next part is magnet. So I've got a couple of strong, thin magnets. So these guys here, I think they're about a centimetre. The, you know, super thin ones that are super strong. Alright, so I'm going to put one about there, kind of as close to the edge as I can get without it being too close, if that makes sense, you know. I'm going to get some double-sided tape. And put it in the center. Alright, now I'm going to get some double-sided tape and flip it up the other wrong way and boom, that one on there. Remember, sound effects are compulsory. Alright, and then we're going to do flip it over here. And judge where the middle would be. Flip it all, pull it out, and glue that down. Just making sure it connects. Yeah. Okay. So there we go. Alright. So they're down. I can put the rest of the paper on, which is the plan, Jan. Alright, I'll be back once I've done that. So we're back, and it's ding, ding, ding. It is magnetized and all in place. So when it opens up, we've got this one here and all of that. And now we're on to the basey base. Now it's all about. Sorry, every time. The base, double waterfall. For sake of not being here for 5,000 years and listening to me while I turn around and cut, I've pre-cut. You want 6 1/4 by 4 3/4. Boom. You want 8 of them. Hopefully that fits. I'd rather make more than not enough. And then I've got 8, 4 3/4 again. This time by 3 1/4. So half the size. Okay, so this will be a 4 by 3, and this will be a 4 by 6 photo. Okay. Now, I have done the same little corner punchy bits. Okay, and then I have edged, I don't know if you'll be able to see it, I've edged all of them in some gold ink, just for a bit of bling bling. And I have scored at the 1/2 inch line. So in the scoreboard, come along, and with the 4 3/4 side along there, gone down and scored at the 1/2 inch. Okay, and I've done that on all of them. And on this one, again, 4 3/4 side, scored at the 1/2 inch. They would be what I have done there. Now, it's a matter of putting all this together, which is not so much fun because I can't do straight, remember? And this requires straight. But, let's see how we go. What I might do is, let's see if I can be smarts and put this in the scoreboard. This is what you can do to help you be straight, because I'm making this go right along the edge. Okay, so that way I can guarantee that I'm putting them down this edge at least straight. Can't guarantee to cut it straight, but that's the plan. Okay, let's see if I take a little bit of something underneath. You might be able to see what I'm doing. Black on black is always, to be honest, it's any colour on any colour is difficult to see. That doesn't really make much difference, but I'll put that in underneath so you might be able to see it a little bit better as we move down. Alright, so I'm going to add some of the glue along here, and we're going to come in and I'm going to put it just below the fold line. I don't want it on the fold line because I still want it to be able to move, but just below, so that it comes over. Yeah. Okay. Straight. Boom. Let's go. Okay. Come in with the next one. And we're going to come in and butt it up along here, coming in for straight. And look at that, it's working. Alright, let's do. I'll do one more with you and then I'm going to go away and do the rest of these, because I'm sure you don't want to see me do them over and over and over again. Alright, let's come in straight there. leaving obviously that 1/2 inch there. And there we go. Straight. Okay. Okay, I'm going to continue on and do the rest, and then I'll be back. Alright, I'm back, and how was that for working it out? There is the fold line, look at that, and that's the end of it. Like, nice little 1/2 inch from the bottom with 8. So there we go, we've got all of them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now it's a matter of flipping this around, and then we're going to come in with the ones that are going to be 4 1/4 by 3 1/4 with that 1/2 inch folded over. And we're basically just going to repeat, but in the opposite direction. Using this is actually really helpful to keeping it straight. So I'm like, yeah. Coming in. Making sure it's still well there, and that looks good. And then I'm going to repeat all them down until I've got the 8 down as well. So I'll put all of these down this way, and then I will come back with that. Okay, so I'm back, and you can see that the waterfall is all there. That gold ink actually helps kind of make it stand on out. And what I'm going to do now is be sad because it doesn't quite match up, but I'm gonna make it. Like, you will fit there and be straight in line. There we go. It's okay. I'll make it work. Alright. I'm going to put a couple little pockets in underneath, just a couple of little tuck spots in behind here that we can add a little bit more. So I've got one here that is 7 1/4 by, I don't know, I was just using scraps. 7 1/4 by 2 inches. Yeah, just over 2 inches. Round about 2 inches. Whatever, round about that. Okay, I'm just going to do half on there, half on there. And then this one is 4 1/4. So an inch wider than the waterfall parts are, by 2 again. And just going to there and get rid of the scoreboard. Okay. Alright, so I'm just going to put them back, and I'm going to place this in here. Okay. Should be hidden by this, which it is. Good. Making sure it's away from the fold line down the bottom. And then this one. There we go. Now, on to what we're going to do. first thing is I've got the strip that's going to run down the centre here. So it's about an inch in between. And this is my plans. I've got these plastic coins from when I was in Japan, when I was like 16. I've got this little set of plastic coins. And I've put a hole in them with the crocodile. That thing's cool, man. Finally upgraded. So I put a little hole in there, and I'm going to put one down here and attach it with a brad. So I'm going to put it about, I reckon, there would be a good spot. So I'm just going to get my pencil and mark that. Alright, come in with said crocodile. I'm only using the little hole. Okay, put that there. Put these through, not super tight because you want to be able to get something in underneath it, but you know, reasonable there. And then I can glue this down, and I've got it all supported there. I'm like trying to think, do I want to go through, because this is the base, I think I might just actually changing my mind, as the people do. Alright, changing my mind, you know, but I'll and go through the cardboard too, the cardstock, so that way we know for sure that it's nice and secure. Okay. This one obviously don't have the crocodile to get in today, so I'm just going to use my pokey tool. Pokey poke. There we go. And just to make the hole a little bit bigger, boom, something round. There we go. Alright, so we've got that. Now I'm going to glue this down. Alright. The things. Alright. Oh. Okay. There we go. Right there. Alrighty. Let's come along with this coin and this brad. Put it through there. Put it out on the other side. Okay. And there we go. So we've got that. I'm just gonna make sure I'm gonna use, this is the cord that I'm gonna use, so I'm gonna make sure that it fits in underneath. Okay. There we go. Alright. Cool. So, and then I'm going to have these come and probably have a coin. Don't know whether I'm going to do it in the centre. Maybe. I'll see once I decorate it where I want it to end up, or it might just be there to there. I think it might end up being there to there. And that will be our little closure. So we've got little and tie downs from there. Okay. But I will come back and I will show you when we get to that point. Okay, but I've got to figure out what I'm going to decorate and all for this. Okay, I'm back in a sec. Okay, so I'm back. It's been quite a bit. I've had dinner, had a bit, done a lot of decorating, a lot of fiddling around. Kind of glad I wasn't recording it, because did I get halfway through this and realised I'd missed a bit out? Yes. Luckily, the glue I use, which is an acetone solvent-based glue, doesn't dry straight away, so I was able to carefully move it and put it back down in the right order. And I was like, I'm so glad I wasn't filming that. Okay, so just so you can see how it's looking, we've got this one here and it flips up. Obviously there's not much in there. I've used some washi tape in the centre bit, just with a bit of gold, bit of bling bling. I keep telling myself it's Japanese, it's allowed to, you know, gold accents are very Japanese. So goes through, and what you will notice as I'm flipping through is that an image is appearing on the reverse. So there's that, and then there's a little tuck spot down the bottom. Just left that plain, doesn't need to be anything sometimes. Just got to let the plain shine through. Okay, and then this one is the same. Goes all the way through, and that's the reverse image. So that is what I've done there, but we need to, I'm going to show you how I did this, because I've still got this side to do, and then we will finish it off. So I've got this little dude here, and I come along and I'm like, oh yep, about there, looks about the same kind of spot as that one. Pencil. That's all, folks. And then I'm going to come in with my crocodile, and you're going to get a good view of my head because I'm trying to see where my pencil mark is. Boom, there it is. Boom, there it is. Okay, this like gives you an idea of how my head works. All right, there we go. Brad in, boom. Let's turn it over. I want the brad coming out horizontally like that. Okay. And then, because I don't want it moving anywhere, because it's only going to be covered by a very fine bit, I've got a little bit of 1/4 inch tape, double-sided tape. I'm going to put that over here so that it holds it in place. There. Okay. Lift that up. Oh, luckily that wasn't near the microphone. Add some glue onto this little bit that has been cut. So these are like little 3/8 1/2 inch kind of strips. I didn't have quite enough to do 1/2 inch, so I think I did 3/8. Well, it kind of works. Alright, and then I'm going to place that down. Roll that on. It's on now, just make sure it's well done. Okay, so now we've got our coins there. Alright, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in with some of this. I want a little bit. I want to be able to go 2 ways. Dun, 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 dun. I'd rather have too much than not enough. Hopefully that's enough. Alright, I'm going to come in and get underneath this one, and I'm going to tighten up. Alright. Tighten up, and then this one will go around this one. And this one will go around that one to hold them down. And I've got little coin charms. So let's see if I can get that through without ruining the whole thing. Okay. Alright. Let's cut this off. And where's my friend? Alright. Just going to mount this a little bit so it helps hold the knot in. Alright, so there's that one. And the same on this side. I need to do this just so I can thread it. Alright. If you're under 18, make sure you've got parent supervision whilst doing that. Alright. I have asbestos fingers, many years of just, I don't know, they're just off. And it also helps that it's actually really cold here at the moment. So my fingers are a little bit, well, it's not really cold, but my fingers are a little bit cold to touch. So it helps a little bit. It's like in my science classes when we're doing the Bunsen burners and I'm showing them the different coloured flames and what not to do with fire. I'm like, that is a place of do as I say, not as I do, because I'm showing them what not to do. All right, so that is our little closure then. So we've got the two little coiny bits come in. And we've got our little images there, so let's do this up. 1, 2. Alright, let's close this up. Look at that, look at that. It worked, it worked, it worked, it worked, it worked. Okay, that is page number 3 done. And I'm like, it is bedtime for me now, so I'm going to leave it there and I'll come back another day, hopefully a little bit fresher, and start on another page. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you are enjoying it, and as always, remember, be kind, be strong, be warm, and I'll see you later. Bye.